Need some inspiration? Who doesn't? The Presence Inspiration display has arrived. Welcome back to another Techstination interview. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from Presence is co-founder and president Ashley Saye. Great to see you again, Ashley.
Hi, Fred. It's so good to be back with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, when we spoke earlier this year, you were taking pre-orders for this new kind of display for the home or office, and now it has arrived. So give us the overview once again about what this is all about.
Yeah, so Presence is an inspiration display. I actually have it right here. And it essentially is a display that lives in your home, and it delivers positive quotes and affirmations, prompts to get you to go in and reflect on just the day ahead. It's really something that's meant to set your stage for the day, and we all need more inspiration. We're flooded with negative news, wars. So it's simple, yet it's super effective.
And I know the signs that you get at the various stores with the sayings and affirmations are big sellers these days. This can take the place of a lot of them, I think. So tell me about how this came about.
Sure. So it came about when I was experiencing a toxic work environment. I was making a lot of cold calls, and I needed to flood my world with positive messages. And so, I went out and I bought chalkboards on Amazon, and I would write quotes on them every single day. This is your year, just anything to sort of inspire me and meditate in a way, sort of meditate on that positivity. And it made such a profound change in my life. And I was not expecting that. I had all these different apps, but it works for some people, but for whatever reason, I would just swipe away the notifications on the apps and it wasn't working. So what I did is I decided to put a team together and digitize this idea, because I was so surprised that nothing else like this existed. And it's been such a wonderful journey. It has been a long journey. We actually started this before the pandemic in 2020. And supply chain issues hit us pretty hard. COVID shutdowns with our factory. Our developers were in Ukraine. So there were a lot of things that caused setbacks, and it was tough. It was really tough, but you know what? I'm so happy that it's finally in the hands of customers. We're no longer in pre-order, and the response is, I cannot tell you. I mean, I get chills every single day. It's been so tremendous just to speak with customers and get their feedback with how this is really transforming their life. And it's not always something that has to be this grand change, this grand thing. It's just these simple, consistent, positive messages that get you to set the stage for your day and really change your mindset.
So step us through the user experience here, from setting this up and what it's going to mean to people.
Of course. So there are a lot of fun changes coming in the future, but currently the process, when you set it up, you put together this personalized display, and it's about 10 inches, and you can put it on your nightstand. You can put it by the coffee machine, and you set up the app, you connect it to the internet, and you select a personality type. So are you a romantic? Are you an intellectual? And there's all these different categories that are then curated and personalized to you that are specific. And that's really something that I think is unique about this product. It's not, if you're going through a breakup, there's array list for you. And array list is essentially, it's a playlist. So think about it as a playlist on a specific subject that's meant to sort of target that goal or habit that you're trying to change in your life.
And it can be, you've got a wide range of people who've contributed, and there are many quotes that are out there. How do you curate these?
So we do curate a lot of them ourselves, but we're also working with a lot of inspirers, and those are people that have positive messages to share with the world. These are, they're motivational coaches. They are wellness coaches. The range really varies. And what's been so phenomenal is a lot of our customers are actually these inspirational people that we're then contacting, and they're PhDs, they're doctors, they're MDs, and they're all providing us with these inspirational messages to help reframe and reprogram people's thoughts.
Now, this even made a back to school piece in USA Today. Congratulations on that. And tell us about the value there for back to school, using this for kids.
Yes. So we have a wonderful PR gentleman that we're working with, and he put us in touch with Jennifer Jolly. And she's a huge tech reporter, as you know, and she looks at thousands of tech gadgets all the time. And to hear her response I had chills for days. I was in shock, and I think I still am. But she basically said this is the one gift that she's getting her daughter as she goes away to college. And it's just so nice and refreshing to see something it's just, the mission is so strong, and it's something that's needed in this day and age, to overcome all kinds of things. We all experience trauma at one point in our lives, or difficult situations, toxic environments. And this is something that when you walk into the room, you see it and it becomes a conversation starter. We have families that are putting it in their kitchen, and they're telling me, what, it's so great, because my young daughter will come up to me and say, Daddy, what does this quote mean? Or Mommy, what does this quote mean? Or can we talk about this? And they were surprised because the child was younger, and it's making them reflect and think. And there's just so many good things that are coming out of this. And I'm loving the stories that I'm hearing from all these customers. And I have to say humongous thank you to Jen Jolly for putting this on USA Today. I have no words.
She's terrific.
Yeah.
And for parents putting this, I guess there really isn't an age specific target audience for this, is there? Because this is great for kids, but it can also be beneficial, I think, for older adults as well.
Absolutely. We were contacted by an elderly care facility, and they want to put it in their facilities. We've actually been contacted by hospitals. They want to put it in their cancer wards where they're, dealing with cancer patients. And it's so important. I grew up with my dad telling me how important your mindset is. And he actually overcame stage 3 cancer. And he tells me to this day, he really thinks that it's because of his mindset. And I saw that process and how strong he remained throughout the whole thing. And there's more and more evidence that's coming out regarding how you can heal yourself with your mind.
So people do have control over how long a message stays. You can have one message that you are enamored with, I suppose, and have that stay on the display, or you can have rotating messages, right? Tell us step us through that experience.
Of course. So there's a toggle, and you can toggle it from least often to most often. So if you want one quote per day or one question per day, you can do that, or you can have it change, every 30 seconds if you'd like. So, for dinner parties, you might want it to change more frequently. But if it's, for example, an affirmation that you're looking at when you're getting ready in the morning, you might want that for a longer period of time. And there's a button on the back that if you really like what you're seeing, you can pause it.
Terrific. So tell us about the plans going forward. There's not a subscription attached to this right now, right?
Currently not. We wanted to, really reward our early adopters and give them a huge thank you for just being so supportive through this process, because some of our pre-order customers were waiting for this device for over a year. So To the early adopters, we're going to give them all of the content for free. That was a decision that we made, and we're really happy with that. But down the line, we will start introducing a subscription. Yeah, and additional features that I can't quite talk about yet, but I'm very excited to share maybe next time I'm on.
The design here is really important. So tell us a little bit more about what went into it. This is not a typical screen like the digital photo frames that people are maybe accustomed to.
That's right. Our designer, he's actually a 5 times Red Dot award-winning designer, Alex McComilov, just very impressive background. And it was so fun going through this process with him, and just constant iterations. And when you see this device, it's just stunning. It's, it's the shape, it almost looks like it's floating. It looks like it's a mirror. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. But going through that process with him was a lot of fun.
Now, this is for the moment iOS only?
Correct. Yes, Android is our #1 priority right now. I felt terrible for the customers that are saying, please, please, I want it so bad, but when is it going to be available for Android? So that is our highest priority, and so full speed ahead on that, and it will be available very soon.
Terrific. The pricing and availability right now.
Yes, so we have it on sale currently for $189, and it's available on our website at discoverpresence.co.
Again, it's discoverpresence.co. Ashley Saye, thank you so much for taking the time with us, and we're looking forward to see what's next.
Thank you so much, Fred. It's always a pleasure.